Good evening. This is Hannah Klein. Welcome to Hannah Klein's Time. Before starting my podcast, please listen until the end, download, and share with your friends. It would be appreciated. So the first thing I heard on the radio today, when I probably got into the car, was about Valentine's Day. I have a special memory of Valentine's Day, to be honest. It was not about a boyfriend-girlfriend thing at all. Well, in the first place, maybe I might be killed by the chocolate company in Japan, but you know what? It's not about chocolate. Giving chocolates to somebody you like, like a woman. It is supposed to be the opposite. The man is supposed to be giving something, or now, maybe it doesn't matter. To me, it does not matter. And rather than giving chocolate, actually, I just choose something else, like flower, cards, something like that, or a message. It does not matter whether it's not about somebody who you're hunting down for, But, okay, I will tell the first Valentine's memory. It was not about chocolate at all. And I was not interested in that custom when I was little. And one day, I was exchanging letters, mails, messages, presents with a very renowned medical researcher called Dr. Harold Arrow. I rarely probably should be talking about him, but he was very kind to me, and he had a stepbrother. Well, he was, yes. Well, I will not talk about why I call him stepbrother, but he had a stepbrother, and he was Jewish. He was an American Jew, and he was very kind, very, very kind to me, in my memory, very sweet memory about him. I cherish him, and I miss him every day. But anyway, Harold, one day, I was exchanging letters 3 or 4 times a week, and I don't know what kind of answers I got, but it was very exciting to get messages. There was no email, and he was using typewriter. So, but one day, he gave me a card with heart, and he wrote to me a very lovely message. That was the first time I cared about the Valentine's Day. And then I do not say that I never got chocolate, but My friends gave me chocolate when I was in junior high school. And then in high school, I don't remember what I was just going through, but I was very, very busy. And then, I just do not probably like to exchange chocolate, but I would rather send something really else, like flowers, really, as I said, cards or a message or something like that. And now, people just like messages, and that's it. So, but I sent to some people I really care at some point, or I really care because it's not about politics, or it's not about, if you see, if you actually see the victim, like posters, for example, and if you hear what a person says about her, like, how much she was nice. I mean, I'm really shocked. I don't have words. You know what? I won't cry and shout and say something, but I really do not have words, and I just try to find words to comfort a person, because that's something that's necessary. And I just I just could not tell some of the names of people, but such Valentine's Day, to me, sending Valentine's message to them means a lot. Maybe people do not know what I'm doing as a project, but I am doing a lot of project for it. But I believe UNRWA must be dismantled completely. And I have been writing, I see the victims' photos. I start to wonder, what she was like, or he was like. Ultimately, one day I just wanted to cry myself, but you know what? I just did not want to show that in front of anyone. And I was so angry that, it's not just because I was sad, but I was too angry to express what I felt. And probably it's hard for maybe the anti-Semites to understand all of these things. And they do not see the facts of what was found in the civilians' homes of Gaza. They cherished, I don't know why, but there are grenades, rockets, Kalashnikov rifles, various weapons found from a lot of civilian homes. And NHK, the Japanese media, never talk about this. And they just, erase all these facts and say, oh, Gaza. And what is the Prime Minister doing? I'm sorry. You know what is happening right now? the situation, okay, this is about something about politics, but the attitude of Japan at some point, I'm not talking about other corporate fields, but the diplomatic like signals should be more. It's like it's very in not in a very good state right now. It is supposed to be more. It was supposed to be, actually, because it's too late at some point, and now we cannot say it's too late. The only way is to deal with the situation. But I don't know what. I will. Yeah, I just do not want to talk about the administration. I don't know what he's doing. It's not because I'm saying I don't know, but I just do not understand why he doesn't give the seat to other people so that there is a fair election again. And I just I don't think that it should be something about like woman or man. This election about the prime minister had to be fair, but it was not fair, and I hope that it's going to be fair in the future. By the way, I am not going to talk about politics all the time. It's very I just want to talk about something else about Israel, and what I was interested in was about urban planning, and I happened to find a person who does urban planning, conservation of the buildings, and at first he was saying like, well, I'm not suitable for your podcast. And then, I just told him that, it's actually like I had been very interested in urban planning of Israel. It was very interesting. Well, look at Tel Aviv, for example. And Jerusalem is very different, but it's very interesting. It has been, and so I invited the urban planner, Mr. Well, he's Doctor, I have to say, Avner Emery, and I would like to set a date to discuss with a Christian Congregationalist. Well, his name is Peter Tsukihara, and if you hear his name, people will notice that he is some Japanese heritage. He is Japanese American. He is, and he lives in Israel. His wife is Jewish. And one thing I would like to discuss about his Japanese heritage. Yes, I am very interested in it. And also his identity as a Japanese American, his faith in Christianity, various things. I'm not saying that I just want to ignore the Japanese people, but it's very interesting for me to speak with such people. And I fortunately got a contact. Got to know him, and I would like to set a date and have discussion on this podcast. Well, yes, it's very exciting for me. But and actually, I have another guest that I would like to discuss when to invite. Well, her name is Sophia Gugilev. She speaks Russian, and I told her that I cannot speak Russian, so like I'm gonna do this with English. And she told me she cannot speak English. She cannot speak Japanese or something. And this podcast is in English, so it's not a problem. And there's another important guest for me. Next week on 20th, Eastern Standard Time, Japanese Standard Time, I will be having a conversation with my dear friend Len Grandstein. Well, he was, as I introduced, he's a lawyer, and he had businesses. He's retired right now. But he wrote a very, very important book about some of the facts. Well, as I introduce, I will be discussing and introducing about the book called Because It's Just and Right. And I read it, and actually I am very, very impressed. But you have to get his book to understand the whole story. But I will be discussing with Len about this book. This book was he co-authored with Farley Weiss. Well, I did not mention that, but it's a very impressive story. Yep. So now, I would probably like to organize the date with some people, yes, this a book about Because It's Just Right is very important for me. I believe it's just right, really, and the title is a great one, just for what happened during the first term of President Trump's administration. Actually, no, I was a little bit skeptical about what the news media was talking about, because there is a law that was set in 1980 back in 1980 about this Jerusalem being capital in Israel, and nobody discusses it in the first place. And I don't know why they don't do it, because it's weird, and it's not fair, and it sounds like, like the news media is obviously discriminating Israel. So, I don't know why, because you know what? I got a list of this. Now I have the list of the names of those who write a very anti-Semitic thesis or research papers. And this is just shameful. These are Japanese that I got. And I'm wondering what to do with it now. But I will probably discuss it in the future. And you know what? To me, it's not surprising because I do not tell people, but there are so many anti-Semites in the universities in Japan. And I just, especially like, like major universities that people think that they are good or, of high, reputation or something. It's like so left wing and so just anti-Semitic. And I hope that Japan is not like that. And because Japan had I do not say just the diplomat that issued this visas, but Japan has had relationships with Jewish people in the past, in history. So, anyway, by the way, NHK had a very, very interesting documentary, bringing this diplomat's daughter, who is working to support Jewish people. And she said like this, like Israel has been committing genocide like what in Gaza, like they were done in Auschwitz. I mean, this is something, and they were saying this on air, on NHK. Okay, watch it. Okay, this is like a great contradiction, blah, blah, blah. And she thinks that she can still pretend and smile and, be a good person for Jewish people. And she never talks about it in front of Jewish people. I mean, it's kind of like deceptive, lying, backstabbing, horrible. Anyway, I know her name. I know her relationship with the family. And I hope that it's not about the main core of the family, as I heard. But I'm just very skeptical right now about this entire family being anti-Semitic. Well, due to the fact that his son went to a university in Israel, and they are anti-Zionists, like, oh well, I don't know. I'm sorry. You know what? I just sound disrespectful, but this is true, and so disappointing, but I will close this podcast today. But anyway, I will be, you know what, I don't care about these people, but I will talk about them, and also, yeah, a lot of people just when I start to talk about, this diplomat's, like, granddaughter, right? They start to understand the logic and start to say what she would say. I mean, it's not something very strange, but because she's anti-Zionist. And a lot of people would be shocked, and a lot of people cannot understand what's going on, and she's using her name in one hand, running organization, and then she's backstabbing Jewish people, like Zionists. And she attends the occasion in Poland. I am just just appalled. I'm sorry, but anyways, I will be disclosing the names, and I will be talking about what they're writing. Anyway, it's Valentine's Day. I hope that people have some good time. Well, young people, I guess. Like, I don't know. Yeah, just sometimes it's Shabbat. It's for Jewish people, and I don't want to talk about something bad. And I sent messages about and said Shabbat Shalom to some 10 or more people. I mean, and yeah. Anyway, I hope people have a peaceful Shabbat in Israel, and that's very important. And I hope that people have a nice weekend. But I will be podcasting on Sunday too, and discuss something else. But I hope to discuss more about Nippon Steel, of course. And I mean, it's not a bad. It's not a bad opportunity for both Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel is a wonderful country and a company. I understand, of course. I mean, it's a company with history, and Nippon Steel has history and has earned trust throughout what they have done. They have very good technology. They have very good employment system. They have very good they have various positive points for U.S. Steel. They will bring a lot of positive points. And I hope that this deal is not smeared by, Biden threw Japan under the bus. anyway, I'm sorry. I just cannot agree with Kamala Harris either. Yeah, I just hope that, she would never be elected. And I feel, I feel that, I feel very, I'm very positive about what's going to happen in the future between Japan and the United States. And I hope that there will be more positive relationship between Japan and Israel. Of course, there are, but I hope there are more. But anyway, Shabbat Shalom to those who live in Israel, or to Jewish people who are going to have Shabbat. Okay, so have a good evening, because, well, now it's like have a good night, I have to say, to people in Japan, and those who live in the East Coast, like my friends, it's in the morning, so they're busy having like breakfast or something. But Friday they still have schools or something. So, but anyways, I have to stop talking, and goodbye.